back to another episode of Elle Squared, better known as Lips Liqua, where we talk about all things alcohol, the fermented, the distilled, and everything in between. So go ahead and smack those lips into the weekend. All right, so Lips Liqua crew, today we are just gonna jump straight into it. Today's alcohol of choice will be a wine. I will not tell you what kind of wine. You will just have to continue to watch to see. But until then, let's go ahead and give you this Lips Liqua fun fact. Fun fact, Pinot Grigio is known as an early to market wine, meaning it is not meant for aging. So with that being said, Pinot Grigio is bottled and consumer ready 4 to 12 weeks after fermentation. So basically, the younger the better with this particular wine. But of course, with everything in life, there is always an exception to the rules. With that being said, there is a style of wines called the Alsatian wines. And this process allows the wine to rest in the cellar for 5 to 10 years due to the perfect balance of acidity and residual sugars. So, without further ado, let's get into the review.
Bruh.
I'm just joking. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the review. The spirit we will be reviewing today is Sun Goddess Pinot Grigio by Mary J. Blige. Okay, so this particular wine is not Black owned, but it is Black created. With that being said, if you remember what I said in season 2, episode 1, I believe, I was saying that it's very few Black owned wines who actually own their own vineyard, you know, are hands-on with the production process and who actually bottle their own wines and stuff like that. But, you know, nonetheless, we love our girl Mary J, and from what she was saying on the interview on Sun Goddess, she was very hands-on with the process of the wine, making sure she actually was knowledgeable about the different grapes, and that she really understood the quality of the wine and the tasting of the wine before she actually stamped her name on this. So girl, we appreciate you, and I can't wait to dig in. Let's dig a little deeper on our Sun Goddess Pinot Grigio. It is 12.5% alcohol by volume, and this is 750 milliliter bottle. It was produced with love and passion from Sun-Kissed Vineyards, owned by the Fantinal family in Friuli, Venezia, Giulia, where the peculiar microclimate and the precious terroir guarantee premium quality wines. And this is a product of Italy, if you did not gather that from what I just said. So in the interview, when Mary J. Blige was asked, like, where did the name Sun Goddess come from? She answered, to the name Sun Goddess evolves powerful childhood memories that I carry with me today. I've always loved the sun as a child, and I've always tried to capture the sun's warmth and energy. It was magical to me. And it's with that spirit that my mom began calling me the Sun Goddess. That is beautiful. And girl, I cannot wait to dig into this, because if you just look at the front of it, it's definitely giving goddess, okay? And I just feel like when I drink this, your girl is about to transform, okay? Look, first of all, I had to dress for the occasion.
Damn.
So that brings me to my favorite segment of the show, S Squared and T Squared. And if you're new to L Squared, S Squared is our sight and smell. T Squared is our taste and texture. Cheers. So right off the bat, okay, I should have gotten a clear glass, but here we are. Okay, so right off the bat, it is very... Honestly, it's not really... Okay, so if you look at the actual bottle, this Pinot Grigio is definitely giving more of a rosé look to me. And you know what? I can see what they did here. They definitely wanted to give it more of like a sun-kissed look to kind of go with the theme of the wine. You know, the Sun Goddess is kind of sun-colored a little bit with a touch, a hint of like a golden glow to it. I don't know if that was intentional, but if it was, like, that's brilliant, especially with marketing and all of the other stuff. Okay, so let's go into smell. Okay, so to me, it definitely smells, it doesn't smell like a Pinot Grigio to me. There's a hint of something that I can't quite put my finger on, but it definitely smells dry, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't have a fruity smell to it. Yeah, it has like no type of fruity smell to it. That's very interesting. All right, let's get into this taste and texture. Okay, so I definitely feel like I taste a hint of vanilla in this. It's not like an overpowering taste, but just something like an underlying, just kind of like a little kick to it a little bit. It's not like one of those overly refreshing, like a cooler type. It has a sort of elegance to it. This isn't a wine that I can see somebody just like chugging down. It's not like a Stella Rosa or anything like that. Like, this is something that you pop out on a special occasion, is what I'm trying to say. So on the Lips Liqua scale of 1 through 10, I do give this a 7.5. Only because I actually like my wines to be a little bit on the sweeter side, but this is not bad at all. It's not dry, because I absolutely cannot stand dry wine. And, you know, the sparkling and the bubbleness actually... You hear that? It's time for the L Squared Hour. Welcome to the L Squared Hour, where we're going to turn our Sun Goddess into a nice spin on the classic mimosa. We're going to call this the Squared Elle. And if you remember from season 3, episode 2, we had a nice mimosa that we called the Elle Squared. This is going to be similar in ingredient, but with a little twist to it. So for our Squared Elle, we have our Uncle Matt's organic orange juice, our Evolution fresh organic grapefruit, and our Sun Goddess Pinot Grigio. So you may or may not know that rule of thumb to making a mimosa is you pour the wine of choice first, and then you pour the juice after. So we're going to do our Sun Goddess Pinot Grigio. Then we're going to follow it up by our Uncle Matt's OJ. And then we're just going to top her off with our Evolution Fresh Organic Grapefruit. And voila, you have the Squared Elle. Hello. So this is nothing fancy, nothing hard to make. Only 3 ingredients. And you can make a picture of this if you want to and call it a party. Okay. Cheers. Let's go ahead and have this a little taste. That's the one. And let me tell you, that grapefruit really sets this. Yeah, the grapefruit really sets it off. And if you don't believe me, try it at home. And when you do try it, make sure you use the hashtag L Squared, the Squared Elle. All right? From my lips to your cups. Put those L's in the air and give it a big kiss. Mwah! L Squared Elle.